Write this down. If you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
I read somewhere that excuses make today easier, but tomorrow harder. And discipline makes today harder, but tomorrow easier. Do with that what you will.
You look like a black Barbie.
Darling, I am a black Barbie.
I'm the star. I'm the big shot around here. Nobody tells me what to do.
Okay, I love me some Les Brown. When I say he got me through some hard times, he got me through some hard times. Hey, Rich Babes, welcome back to Glowvember. It's day 5. I'm your girl, Bella Dior, and today we're going to be diving into a critical part of leveling up. Learning to follow the plan and not the mood. If you're serious about stepping into the next level, staying consistent and being discipline will be your secret weapons. We all know how easy it is to get excited about a goal, set big plans, and then find ourselves off track when motivation dips. But here's the key. Success doesn't come from just a plan. It comes from sticking to it. No matter how we feel in the moment, following the plan, not the mood, is what's going to separate those who dream about their goals from those who actually achieve them. In this video, we'll explore why consistency and discipline are essential, ways you can develop these skills, and the powerful benefits they'll bring in your life. So, let's get started.
Your life will get better when you realize that consistency and discipline does not give a fuck about your mood. And I literally learned this the hard way. If you keep depending on your mood to decide whether you should start taking action and making better decisions, you will literally get stuck in a loop. Stop waiting until you feel good to start aligning with what you desire. Sometimes it's okay to do it even when you feel like shit, even when you're sad and you don't have the energy and feel drained. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that rest is a necessity and not a reward, but sometimes pushing through those tough moments, that's what truly leads to transformation and growth. Do it because you deserve the outcome and a better life. Do it because you know no one but you can give you the results that you're seeking. Consistency and discipline is key regardless of how you feel.
Harsh truth, but you need to hear it. And this is coming from someone who lacked discipline and self-trust like a year ago. The only reason why you're not disciplined, right? It's not that you're not capable of discipline. It's not that you're lazy. It's not that you're not productive. It's the fact that you don't trust yourself, because discipline comes with self-trust. And if you do not trust yourself on a subconscious level, you're never going to be able to form discipline. Because think about it. In order to gain discipline, discipline is doing the things that you don't want to do and still doing them. Whether it's going to the gym, whether it's, I don't know, I can only think of going to the gym or eating healthy or something. It's doing things that you do not want to do, but you're doing it because you've built a habit with yourself. You've built routine within yourself. This is something that's going to help you. It's going to better you. It's for your own betterment. So you choose to do it. It's a choice to do the things you don't want to do, even though you need to do them. And so if you're someone who has constantly been like, yeah, I'm going to eat better, or I'm going to start going to the gym this week, or I'm going to start getting up earlier, or I'm going to start journaling, I'm going to start meditating, and then you don't follow through with yourself, you're subconsciously telling yourself that if you say that you're going to do something, you're not going to follow through, which means you don't have self-trust with yourself, which means it's going to be harder for you to form discipline because you don't even trust yourself enough to gain discipline in the first place. And it's not hard to break out of. You just have to build small habits and follow through with them. How I did this for myself was I said, like in March, I gave myself 3 habits to do every single day. It was, and mind you, I do these things every single day already sometimes. Like my habits were taking my birth control every day when my alarm went off, washing my face in the morning and at night, and brushing my teeth before, like when I went to bed and when I woke up. And it wasn't the fact that I wasn't doing them every day. It was the fact that I wasn't doing them when I wanted to do them. Like I would wake up and then do other things before brushing my teeth. Or I would wake up and, do something else before like washing my face. I would wake up and scroll before doing that. No. I said, I'm going to wake up. As soon as I get out of bed, I'm going to brush my teeth, wash my face, do whatever I need to do. When my alarm goes off for birth control, it wasn't that I wasn't taking my birth control. It was that I was snoozing the alarm when it went off to take the birth control. So instead of snoozing the alarm, I'm just going to take the birth control when my alarm goes off. And by me doing that, by me waking up, getting out of bed when my alarm went off and going straight to the bathroom to do the things that I said I would do, it built trust in myself to continue to keep adding on more extensive habits to my routine. Like, you're not just gonna force yourself to do shit that you don't want to do immediately. You have to start small in order to see big results. Like, it's gonna take time, and that's okay. All we got is time, really. You literally just have to start with the smaller things. And now that I do that, I literally, whenever I get up out of bed, I go and brush my teeth. I wash my face. It's an unconscious habit now because I followed through with myself in the hard times when I didn't want to do it. When my alarm went off, when I was doing something busy and my alarm went off to take birth control, I'm like, fuck. I had to do it. I went and did it because I wrote it down. Writing down your habits and writing down your goals, writing down things that you say you want to do, and actually it allows you to follow through with them because you wrote them down. I don't know what the science is behind it. Whenever I write something down, I always feel like I have an obligation to complete it. So start small. It's literally still the beginning of the month. Not really. We're kind of 2 weeks in, but who cares? Start small. For this month of July, write out 2 things that you're going to do every single day consistently and follow through with yourself and do them. And then the next month, add on 3 more habits on top of those 3 habits that you did for the previous month. That's how you build good habits. That's how you build discipline. Okay? You can do it. It's easy. I did it. And I used to be the most undisciplined person in the entire world. I swear on everything. Now I'm very disciplined. I have a strict schedule. I get up. I go to the gym. I brush my teeth. I wash my face. I do that. Why? Because it's a part of, I could make a whole big ass video as to why habits and your identity need to coexist in one, and they need to all shift at the same time in order to get the life you want to live. But that life you want to live is on the opposite side of discipline. And simple.
The girlies are speaking facts, okay? Because I know I've been wanting to do a fast. The longest I've been is 12 days on a liquid fast. And I know that I want to get it done because I'm turning 35 in January and I'm trying to get my body snatched, okay? And I'm just sitting up here like, Bella, get it together, okay? You need to get it done, and you need to get it done right now. So why do you need to be consistent and disciplined to reach your goals? I mean, come on, we all know this. When you have big goals, especially life-changing ones, staying consistent and disciplined is what moves you closer to that new level, where we've all had those days where motivation just isn't there. But here's the thing, discipline keeps you moving even when inspiration fades. By following your plan, regardless of the mood that you're in, you create a rhythm that builds strength and resilience. Over time, these small disciplined actions compound, leading to major results. Consistency gives you control over your progress instead of being at the mercy of how you feel. It's like investing in yourself every single day, and eventually those investments pay off in ways you can't even imagine. So, how are we going to stay consistent and disciplined? We're going to set clear and manageable goals, starting with a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Make sure your goals are specific so you have a target to aim for. If you know exactly what success looks like, it's easier to keep pushing yourself forward even on those tough days. Develop a routine that works for you. Create a daily routine that brings you closer to your goals, deciding on realistic, achievable tasks you can do every day. When you repeat these actions consistently, they'll turn into habits, making discipline feel natural. That's why if you do something for 21 days, it becomes a habit. Number 3 is use reminders to focus on your why. There will be days when motivation is nowhere to be found, but that's when you need to lean on your deeper reasonings for why you're pursuing this goal. Keep reminders around you, vision boards, affirmations, and notes to remind you of what's possible if you keep going. Number 4 is track your progress. Make a habit of checking in with yourself regularly. Seeing your progress, even small wins, keeps you motivated to stay on track. Plus, It gives you a clear vision of how far you've came and what still needs to be done. And lastly, number 5 is practice self-compassion. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. It's okay to have an off day. Just make sure they don't turn into off weeks or off months, okay? So show yourself some grace, get back on track, and keep moving forward.
Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, I don't care what it is, you're working on 75 hard right now, or fitness goals, wellness goals, money goals, career goals, whatever the case is, you have to remember that your mood is going to change like your underwear. And that's why I always say, follow your plan and not your mood. Follow your plan and not your mood. You're not going to be in the mood to grind and hustle and make that money every day. You're not going to be in the mood to wake up, work out for 75 hard, go to work, come home, and then work out again. It's not human nature. You're going to want to buckle. You're going to want to fold. And that's why I always say, what? Follow your plan and not your mood. Write down your plan and look it over every single night before you go to bed. And that's exactly how you're going to get everything done that you plan to. Don't you want to be someone that says, I'm actually doing the things I said that I was going to do, instead of being the person who says, I'm not in the mood to do it? No, get to it.
Sometimes the reason you cannot stay disciplined is because you don't trust yourself. You constantly make promises to yourself and you constantly break those promises. So subconsciously what you're teaching yourself is that your words do not equal action. That you can say you're going to do something, but you don't have to actually do it. When you have new healthy goals that you're trying to achieve, you will tell yourself, hey, I'm going to make the change within myself. And mentally you've made the change. But subconsciously, you know that you don't have to listen to yourself. You can make a promise to yourself and break that promise, and it won't mean a lot to you. Or it might mean a lot to you, but it doesn't adjust your behavior. So that is what I mean by you do not trust yourself, because you say things to yourself, but you don't follow through with those things. So you're basically just wiring your brain to know that, hey, even if I say I'm going to do this, I don't have to do it. And so that's why consistency, commitment, and discipline can be very hard for you.
If you have a hard time with discipline, keeping promises to yourself, and doing what you say you're going to do, I have a challenge for you. And it's actually really simple. Choose one thing that you're going to do every single day for the next 2 weeks. But make it something simple you know you can keep up with. For me, it was as soon as I woke up, making the bed. Pro tip, if you can habit stack it on top of a habit that you do every single day regardless, even better. So for example, you get out of bed every morning and maybe you put your slides on, maybe you put your slippers on, right? That's a habit you do every day. Now, in your brain, stack it with your new habit. So maybe that's making the bed. Now you have 2 habits combined into 1 habit. This is from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you haven't read it, definitely do. Once you get good at that, and once you're doing that consistently, add another habit, so on and so forth. But you have to start small when it comes to creating discipline.
Hey y'all, I don't know who this is for, but I believe this is for somebody. Let me share this with you. It's just a thought. In Hebrews 13, verse 8, it says, Jesus Christ, the Messiah, is always the same yesterday, today, yes, and forever to the ages. In other words, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. That means he's consistent. And if Jesus Christ is on the inside of us, then we too should be consistent. Why is consistency important? I'm a firm believer that any area of your life where you have consistency, you will have victory. So if you want to live a victorious life, as we've been called to live in Christ, then we just have to be consistent. If you can identify an area of your life where you do not have victory, I'm willing to bet you it's because you don't have consistency. You want to conquer an area of your life? Be consistent, be diligent, be determined, and watch what God will do. Watch how God will honor that. I love y'all. Please be encouraged.
Y'all, having self-control is such a blessing. When I realized that most people don't have self-control, that is such a power that I hold so dearly, because let me tell you something. When I want to say something and I hold back, that's a power. You know what I mean? When I go out and other people are drinking and I say no, that's a power. You know what I mean? How there's so much power in your yes and your no and your boundaries and all that. Like, y'all, self-control is so powerful. I just wish that we all just practiced it a little bit more, because everything truly is in our hands. Everything. Remember that.
Hey, it's me, it's Ty. Welcome to my series, Developing Discipline. When I turned 30, I had a rude awakening. I was undisciplined. I realized I didn't have any systems in place to support me becoming the better version of myself. I never lacked motivation, but I always lacked discipline. It was never about doing the thing. It was about waking up and doing the same thing again. For some reason, that's always been something that I struggled with. When I was first introduced to discipline as a child, it was often looked at as a means of punishment. But as a 30-year-old woman, I am now redefining what discipline means to me. It's about setting up systems that help you live your life. I don't have it all figured out, but I'm taking it day by day.
Your greatest potential is literally on the other side of that thing that you don't want to do. And you know what I'm talking about. It's that thing that you think about doing. Sometimes you dabble in it here and there, but you never really stick with it. You know it's something you care about. You know it's something that you're good at, but you just have not fully invested yourself into it. A man who tries to master many things masters nothing. You have to pick something and stay with it until you see results. You can pivot along the process, you can take a break, you can re-strategize, you can get clarity, you can ask for help. But if you quit, it's not going to get done. And that goes for everything. School, career, business, relationships, yourself. Inspiration and motivation only go so far. This is why you can watch thousands of motivational videos on YouTube, and by the end of the week, you still have nothing done. At some point, it's going to have to come from you. You are going to have to want to do this thing more than you want to be comfortable, more than you want to relax, more than you want to just bask in leisure time. You can't have a business one day and tomorrow you don't really care about it. You can sit here and say that you want to do all of these things, but if you don't show up, you're just playing mind games with yourself. That's no fun.
I don't care what anybody says, the real reason you're not being consistent and disciplined is because you're not doing these 3 things. Number 1, plug into the Lord. Jesus says, apart from me, you can do nothing. And it is so true. We are totally dependent on him. He said, if we submit our plans to him, he will establish them. He says in Philippians that he will give us the power and the desire to do what pleases him. Now, he does not desire us to be slothful. He desires for us to be diligent human beings that work hard and stay consistent. He says, whoever puts his hand to the plow and then turns away is not worthy of the kingdom of God. Can you imagine that? You put your hands to do something, you start something, but you don't finish it, and you're not worthy of the kingdom of heaven because of that. That is how important discipline and consistency is. So do not sleep on asking the Lord for help, because he will help us. He will meet us where we are. So continue to ask him for the discipline and the self-control and the consistency, and he will do it. So that's number 1. Number 2 is automate your processes by having non-negotiables. Now, non-negotiables are basically things that you do every single day, and they're non-negotiable. You do them without fail. Now, this is why it's a game changer, because, for example, in the morning, when I wake up, I know that my alarm's gonna go off at 4 a.m. and I've put it to the far side of my room, right next to the door. So by the time I get there, I have no option but to be up already to turn it off. So now it's off, I might as well go to the bathroom and not think about it, because the minute you start thinking to say, okay, now I've got to do this, and then I've got to do that, and then I've got to do my workout, and I've got to do all of this stuff. All of that stuff starts feeling very unappealing, and the bed is now beckoning your name, saying, oh, darling, come to me. No, we don't want to go to the bed, so we don't want to think about all the stuff that we have to do. We want to automate the stuff that we have to do. All the non-negotiables, I've got my 3 pillars in the morning. 1, spending time with God. 2, working out and then getting ready and learning at the same time. But all of those things are automated. So when I wake up, I don't have to think, because the minute you start thinking and you start feeling, you start deciding you don't want to do things. So automate your stuff, and then you won't be second guessing. You'll do it. Number 3 is super simple. It's literally just finding accountability partners, whether that's your mother, your friends. Well, please be careful with friends, because if they're also lazy, then they're not going to be pushing you to be the best version of yourself. So really be intentional about who you're selecting to be your accountability partners. And bonus tip, which is so important, surround yourself with people who are better than you. Like, really simply, surround yourself with people who are better than you. They're doing better than you. They have the job that you want. They have the lifestyle that you want. If they have the lifestyle that you want, they most definitely have the routines that you want and need in order to get there. So surround yourself with those people. Hold yourself accountable. Let them know the areas that you're struggling with. It does require you to be humble and not exercise pride, and be honest with them and say, hey, this is where I'm at, and I would love for you to be my accountability partner. And pray and ask the Lord to help you identify who those people are going to be in your life. And I promise you, you will start to be more disciplined and consistent if you try these 3 things. Let me know if you're interested in step-by-step guidance on how to actually implement this into your daily lives. And remember, darlings, it is a lifestyle. We are in it for the long haul, okay?
So, my loves, when you learn to prioritize the plan over your mood, you start to unlock new levels of resilience and growth. Here are some biggest benefits that you'll experience when you combine consistency and discipline together. Number 1 is increased confidence. Every day you stick to the plan, you are building a sense of trust in yourself. Over time, this trust turns into confidence that you can rely on to keep going no matter what. Plus, your subconscious mind is actually paying attention to the fact that you're trusting yourself. That's a big deal. Number 2 is a sense of purpose and direction. Consistency creates momentum. The more disciplined you are, the more direction and focus you'll have, which keeps you aligned with your goals. Number 3 is massive growth and transformation. The progress you make might not seem big day by day, but when you look back, you'll see just how far you've came. Discipline and consistency are the keys to a real transformation. And number 4 is the freedom to dream bigger. The more disciplined and consistent you become, the more you realize what's possible. When you've proven to yourself that you can stick to the plan, you feel empowered to aim even higher. If you're consistent and disciplined to be with that man, then you are consistent and disciplined to be with yourself and to love on yourself. Okay? So, my rich babes, if you are ready to reach your goals and step into the next level, it's time to follow the plan and not your mood. Success is waiting, but it won't show up without consistency and discipline. Embrace this challenge, stay focused, and remember that every small action is leading you closer to your vision. Don't forget, after this video, I'll have a 1-hour affirmation video lined up just for you to reinforce this message and help build resistance in your mindset. Listening to this daily to strengthen your mind and why you started this journey. If you found this helpful, do not hesitate to subscribe, like, and also hit that super thanks to support this community where we're all about doing this together. Okay, my rich babes. Listen, I got this ponytail in my head and I am feeling myself, okay? I am feeling myself, and I'm going to start the fast next Monday because it's my baby boy's birthday. He turned 7 and they're going to the state championships this weekend. So it's going to be a lot of festivities going on. So I'm going to get on my ass too, okay? So, okay, my rich babes, I will see you all next time. Make sure that you are subscribed, please. Like this video, comment if you want, and I will see you all next time. Stay rich.